Hi, boys and girls, and welcome back to day 2 of Bible. So, what special plan did God have for Abraham's life? Well, do you remember? Okay, I'll tell you. So, God had a very special plan for Abraham. God wanted to begin a great nation of people, and he wanted to use Abraham to begin this great new nation. So, was the new nation to be where Abraham already lived? No, it wasn't. So, what did God tell Abraham to do? God told Abraham to pack up all his stuff and travel to this new nation. So, what was Abraham's wife's name? Sarah. Then who else traveled with Abraham and Sarah to the new land? Well, remember his nephew Lot and Lot's family and Lot's servants, as well as Abraham's servants, all traveled to this new land. So how did Abraham and his family travel to the new land? By camels. Then how did Abraham show God that he was thankful to be in his new home? Well, Abraham built a special altar to God, and he and his family worshiped God and thanked him for his goodness. So let's go over some things I want to talk to you about. All right, so what are some ideas that you have about how you will grow up? Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, there is different occupations. There's teachers, doctors, nurses, accountants. Some of the things that you will be doing are going to be good for others. So I want you to know that even missionary work or some kind of like just stay in missionary work, like you don't have to go to a different country to do missionary work, you know, that you could just maybe be a children's director at a church in the States or a church in Guatemala. Those are just some options. But here's the thing. Just as God had a special plan for Abraham and Sarah, he has a special plan for you also. You know, it's good to think about what you will become one day, what you're going to do one day, but you probably will not know God's plan for you for a while. But in his timing, God will give you something very special to do. All right, so how do you know God's special plan? Well, you obey God's word and pray for God's help to make wise choices every day. So this will help you please him always. So what does God want you to do now to be prepared for the opportunities he will give later? Well, he wants you to obey teachers and parents, learn at school, and always do your best. So your verse that goes along with this lesson today is Genesis 12:2. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. All right, so your workbook page comes from page 25, and it says, Abraham obeys God. And this is how Abraham lived. All right, so you're going to connect the dots, then color to complete the picture. So this shows how people lived in the time of Abraham. All right, let's talk about the clothes they wore. You know, they wore robes, and hair pieces, and we don't really see those that often today. You know, the herds of sheep and cattle, that made them very wealthy. You know, they also lived in the desert, and they lived in tents. And then the camels that carried them from place to place, they are actually very important in the desert because there was not much water there. And camels could travel for many miles without needing water. So you're going to connect the dots and then color to complete the picture. Remember, we always start on the number, what number? Number 1. And then I want you to color after you connect the dots. I want you to use your best coloring skills, okay? I want you to color inside the lines, make it very beautiful for me, okay? And remember, God always wants you to obey.